How the Supreme Court operates. Basically, there is the rule of four, where four justices will actually vote to hear a case. Normally, it's a national issue, not an individual issue, and it should be a constitutional issue. You hear the case if the appeals court actually disagree. So, examples of cases that the Supreme Court would take would: can you pray in school? Can you burn a flag in an anti-government rally? The After the four justices vote, and there's four, it's issued a writ of certiorari, which means bring the case up from the lower case, so from the lower courts. So you're taking the paperwork from the appeals court or the state Supreme Court and bringing it to the Supreme Court. After the four votes, casework and the paperwork's brought up, and there is amicus briefs where you can have 1, 2, 50, 100 briefs where the friends of the court give their opinions on the case and try to help the Supreme Court decide the case in their favor. Then there's oral arguments. These are basically closed to the press, closed to TV, and closed to radio. There's 30 minutes each side gets to present their case, and normally once they start speaking, the justices interrupt and ask them questions, and it can get quite tough on the lawyers. After the oral arguments, then justices vote on the case. The Chief Justice appoints who writes the majority opinion, and then there's others that can basically write a concurrent opinion. That would be they agree with the opinion, but for different reasons. And then the minority voters will have a dissenting opinion, and they would write their opinion on why they disagree with the majority. Law clerks do about 30% of the writing. Sometimes they can go up to 50%. Justice Scalia did all of his writing on his own. He loved doing that. You write up the decisions and then you announce them. Now, normally, the controversial ones are done in June or in October when the session ends, but they can announce the decisions at any time. Justices can change their mind and change their votes. It's not final until the decisions are announced. And some people have argued or thought that Chief Justice Roberts on the Obamacare decision, the first one, changed his mind and changed his reasoning, and that got the justices upset at each other, but they can do that. There was a case of Muhammad Ali versus the United States where basically in their reasoning and their decisions, one of the justices was going to write an opinion, he changed his mind, so that does happen. So this is how the Supreme Court basically operates and how they will hear a case and then what they'll do after that. Hopefully in the future we'll actually get to see some of the Supreme Court cases on TV, but the only way to actually know what's going on is actually to go there in public and see what's happening, and then reporters will actually draw pictures and write notes and then report that later.